Welcome back to That's How You Feel podcast. Now, we are back with another one for y'all. We're very appreciative to be having this conversation with our next guest. He's a former D1 running back for Duke University and Sac State University, and he's now a law student. We welcome Joseph Ajeigbe to That's How You Feel podcast. Joseph, thank you for coming on the show, man.
What's up? Thanks for having me, guys.
Big Joe in the building. What's up, big dog?
That's my dog.
Yeah, you guys go back though for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, and you say you're pre-law right now. We're trying to get our That's How You Feel. We want to get a trademark, so hopefully we can hit you up and you can get get the contracts right and all that for us, right?
Yep. We'll get that done.
Yeah, if ESPN wants us or Barstool Sports, they get those contracts. We got to make sure everything's right.
Matter of fact, we have a lawyer now, right?
Yeah, he's basically set in stone now.
That's
so
it is.
Hey, let's do it.
And if Beto gets a public intox at Applebee's or something, you gotta step in and help the boy out one time.
Man, I talk to some people, you know what I'm saying?
All right, real quick. Talk to us about your family, your upbringing. How was that?
Man, well, both of my parents were born and raised in Nigeria, you know, so I'm a first generation, basically American.
Right.
So my parents came over to this country. They're both in the medical field, really involved in the medical field and everything. So, you know, they raised my brothers and I'm the youngest of three. So they raised us, you know, just to really value education and value hard work. And so, I mean, from day one, they pretty much instilled a work ethic in us, you know, that you're different, you know, you gotta grind no matter what, you know, things aren't going to be handed to you in this country. And so you got to do everything you can to be better than we were. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole goal. As soon as they got to this country, we're going to make a better life that we had for our kids, give our kids the opportunity. So, you know, from day one, I just knew that I had the opportunity to be better in everything that I did. I wanted to make sure that I gave it my all just to put myself in a better position and, you know, create those same opportunities when I start to have a family, you know. So I think I had a good upbringing. You know, parents were both really involved in everything that we did, whether it was sports or academics. So, you know.
Was education important for your parents? For
sure. My parents, you know, that's your ticket, you know what I'm saying? That's your meal ticket in this country. You know, people can take anything else away from you, you know, just like, I know we'll probably talk about it later, but like football can be taken away from you at any point, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing that nobody could ever take away from you is your education. So if you have your education, you know what I'm saying, you grind in the classroom just like you're grinding on the field or in the weight room, you're going to create something for yourself that nobody can take away from you, no matter if it's an injury, no matter if it's politics, no matter if it's people not really liking your style of play, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can take away what you earn in the classroom. So that was always something that they instilled in me.
Yeah, I told you, Big Joe. I told you, speaks facts
coming.
now.
He's definitely coming in hot.
I told you.
Okay, so you went to Norco High School, correct?
Yeah.
Talk about your experience there. How was it? Man,
I mean, it was a shock for me. Like, you know, coming into Norco High School, I don't know if anybody really knows much about Norco, but Norco's like, it's like a town outside of Corona, California. So it's like a really little town, and like people have horse trails and everybody has horses. It's probably like a little bit like, you know, Porterville, like areas in Central Valley. Like everybody like is really like into like agriculture, and everybody's into horses and everything. So that's a little bit of a shock for me, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm coming out of the city.
Right.
You know, so I had the opportunity to transfer to Norco because it's not really in my district where I was supposed to go for school, but they had a good football team, and you know they had pretty good academics. So up until my freshman year, I went to a little Christian school out here in Riverside Christian, and then I transferred districts over to Norco, and then I started Norco my freshman year.
Nice. So let's get into right quick. Football. So you played football.
Yes.
Any other sports you played in high school?
Yeah, I ran track, and I played basketball as well.
Okay, how was the basketball? How was hoops?
You nice or what?
Oh man, I'm a hooper, man. You already know. God just didn't bless me to be, you know, You know what I'm saying? He didn't bless me to be like 6'2", 6'3", because
Yeah.
if that was the case, I might be in the bubble right now. You know what I'm saying? Be in Florida right now playing for the playoffs now.
Yeah.
What kind of game you got? You defensive stopper? You got a three ball on you? Can handle the rock? What you got?
I love playing defense, and I feel like you play hard defense, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna earn a little bit. You get a little bit on the offensive end. So
Little Patrick Beverly in you or what?
Man, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I talk a lot too, getting people's heads. So you know what I'm saying?
Man, I used to hate when the football players would come into practice. It'd be a totally different vibe, bro.
Yeah,
they still be on that mindset where they got to tackle everybody and shit. So
for sure.
You guys are built different.
And that's crazy too, because I feel like every football player like swears that they could be a hooper too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny, but I mean, yeah, you know, it was cool. Like it was a cool little change of pace because, I mean, so I played basketball my freshman year. I played my sophomore year. But then I didn't play my junior year because you know what I'm saying? Like this is around the time when you're starting to get recruited and stuff. So I had to take that a little more seriously. So like football was going like at that point, like year round for me, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not in season, then I'm doing other things outside of season that is really football related. So there's no real time, you know what I'm saying, to play basketball and stuff. But yeah, so my freshman and sophomore year, I think I played my senior year too. I played basketball too, but yeah, it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves a hoop, a little change of pace.
Oh, for sure.
They're not banging my body around a little, you know, all the time. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were the number I read up on you. You're the number 61 ranked player in the nation at your position. And you rushed over 4,500 yards, 50 touchdowns in high school. Your junior year, you went fucking dumb, bro. I saw you went eight almost 1,900 yards, 20 tubs.
Yeah.
Now, were you a humble player? You knew people couldn't touch you in the field. What's up?
I mean, if I'm talking to you, conversation and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a humble person. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. I'm humble.
That's exactly what this guy was saying right now. He's like, oh, bro, so is your boy cool? Well, he's like, oh, dude, so cool. Like, off the field, fucking humble, down to earth. But on the field, he's a different fucking beast.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I step in those lines, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm the best person out there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't really got to talk to you about it. I don't really got to tell you about it. I'm just going to show you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I always like. That's something that I always want. Like, I carried a chip on my shoulder. I was, you know, I'm going to talk to you with the way I play, but I'm also going to let you hear it too. Yep. When I, you know what I'm saying? When I burn you or whatever, when I truck you, you're going to hear from me.
Yeah.
But after the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to dap it up with you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk. I'm going to tell you good game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what you did good. But yeah, I mean, yes, it was. I think it takes that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that chip on your shoulder. But some people are gonna talk your ear off in the locker room. They're gonna talk your ear off. You know what I'm saying? At the mall or whatever. They're gonna tell you everything that they did, but they won't really show up when it's time to show up. You know? So
facts.
Let's go.
So how was it in Riverside though? Were you the man or what during that time?
Was it you and Kawhi? It's you and Kawhi?
Man, they might have to paint a mural for me, huh?
Yes. Oh,
little statue somewhere.
Nah, I mean, people like knew about me and stuff in Riverside, and I mean, I never really was out in Riverside. I was really always in Norco, but like in Norco, especially since it was even more like a close knit town. Okay. It's like real like Friday Night Lights, like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that whole vibe, like the whole town, like, yeah, bro. It shuts down. It shuts down. The whole town shuts down like on Friday. You know, like Friday afternoon because everybody's going to the football game, and then on Saturday morning, like you go out to get breakfast in Norco. Like people went to the game, they like recognize you and stuff like that. So it was cool. Like I mean, it was a real like you get that real high school vibe, like. Almost like Texas style football, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find that in California, but like, yeah, it was really like that. Like everybody's at the game, bro. The mayor, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a cool experience, man.
So recruiting wise, you ended up going to Duke, but what schools were you looking at the time? Or who was looking at you?
Okay, so coming out my junior year, my very first offer was University of Arizona. Okay. So my junior year, you know what I'm saying? I'm grinding. It's like with recruiting, it's just like, especially back then, I feel like it's changed a lot for kids these days. You know what I'm saying? Recruiting happens a lot earlier and stuff like that. So when I was coming out, recruiting is just something that like, you hope it's coming. You hope it's coming down the pipeline. You just keep doing your work, keep putting in your work. And like coaches are coming and seeing you like starting like sophomore year, you know what I'm saying? They're talking to you, inviting you to junior day and stuff like that. You know, I'm just doing what I got to do, and just waiting for that offer to come, you know? And so I remember that first offer like it was yesterday, bro. So I'm working out. My head coach, he calls me, and he never calls me. Like my head coach from Norco, he calls me and he's like, hey. And I was like, what's up? And he told me, he was like, I just got off the phone with the University of Arizona. They asked me for your cell phone line. They're going to hit you up later today. But I just want you to know that they're going to offer you a scholarship. And I'm like, what, bro? Like, for real, like, if you could honestly, like, visualize, like, just a weight coming off your shoulders, bro, because it's like everything you've been doing, all the hard work you've been putting in that you feel like hasn't really been getting recognized, it's like, oh, shoot. Like, people are really, like, paying attention, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's just, like, you think of everything, like what I said earlier, like, your parents trying to give you a better life, like, knowing that now they're not going to have to pay for college. Like, even if it's just one that I get, they're not going to have to pay for college. They're not going to have to pay for any of that. It's just, like, wow, it's just, like, a refreshing feeling. It almost gives you, like, more of a passion to grind harder. So I got University of Arizona, and then within, like, maybe, like, 2-3 days, stuff started picking up. So then Duke came, and then Northwestern came, and then Arizona came, and then who was next? I think Boise. And it's, so stuff just starts coming. People are calling you, you know what I'm saying?
Right? This is junior.
This is my junior year, bro. So it's like people start calling you, and like it's almost like I tell people it's like when a girl, like when one girl likes you, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like starts like, hold up, like you get in a relationship or something, like, and then everybody's like starts paying a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. So anyways, like, yeah, so but my dream was to stay in California. My dream was to play in California. Like, I didn't want to go too far. Like, I never really thought Duke was going to be the school that I was going to go to. Like, Duke of all places, Duke is a basketball school. Never really thought of like going there to play football. So I wanted to go to UCLA. That's my dream school. And when I started getting hit up by UCLA, it was Coach Wayne Moses, running back coach. He hits me up. Real cool dude. He's like, hey, man, I like the way you play. I like the way you run the rock. You know what I'm saying? We might have an offer for you. He's like, just keep doing what you're doing. This is junior year. So I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. And so I start playing junior year. You know what I'm saying? That UCLA starts coming out to the games. I think New Heisel came out to a few games. And I think I was our offensive coordinator at the time. Norm Chow comes out. And finally, they throw that offer. And I get the offer for UCLA. And I'm ready to commit. Like, I get that offer. I call my parents, like, look, this is what I want. My dad graduated from UCLA too. And I'm like, you know, this is where I'm going. But I talked to my head coach, and he's like, you know, the way things work, he's like, you're a junior. He's like, you commit now. He's like, you might end up decommitting because you never know what's going to come down the line. You know what I'm saying? Right. Something better can come down the line. And so anyways, I just kept, you know, I stayed with it. I ended up committing to UCLA, and that was the year before before Mora came. So they got fired, I want to say at the end of my junior year, maybe the beginning of my senior year. But before the season started, New Heisel and them got fired. And so Mora came in with the staff. I forget where Mora was at. He might have been in the NFL and then came back down.
Falcons.
Yeah. He came back down to college. And I mean, he was feeling me a little bit, but there was another guy, Craig Lee from Redlands. They ended up offering him. They were like, you know, we're gonna respect your scholarship that you have from their staff, but just letting you know, like, we have backs here already, and then we're bringing in Craig Lee from Redlands. He's like, so I can't really promise you an opportunity, you know, to get playing time until later in your career. And they never really recruited me or anything like that. So I was just like, I talked to my coach, I talked to my parents, and they're like, yeah, man, like, it might not be the best fit. So I opened back up my recruiting at that point, and this is like beginning of senior year. I want to say maybe mid-junior year. I don't remember exactly when I committed to Duke. It might have been the end of junior year, but yeah, so just open back up my recruiting, man. But yeah,
That's pretty crazy to think, because you don't really think about whenever there's coaching changes in college, like they're able to pull scholarships and stuff, right?
for sure.
That's
So
not
For
their
sure.
guy. That's not their
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
it's up to them to, like, you know what I'm saying, if they want to honor it, and most people will honor it, you know what I'm saying, just because they don't want that type of publicity,
Right.
like that they're pulling scholarships from kids, especially if that's their only offer and stuff. They don't want that type of negative publicity on the program coming in. But I mean, a lot of coaches will be honest with you. I mean, tell you as much as they think that you need to know. And I mean, I think they got the running back coach from, I want to say, from USC, Palomalu. I think he came over with Mora, but they just told me, like, man, we're looking for a little bit of a bigger back, like 6 foot and above. And they're like, so, you know what I'm saying, we don't really have a place. We have smaller backs already in our offense, and we don't really have a place for you. So,
damn. So was your heart broken or what?
man, it's like, and like we'll probably talk about it a little bit more, but it's like that was almost like my first taste of disappointment when it came to football. And it was just like, it was like a reality check, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, this can be taken away from you like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I wasn't too down because, you know, I knew I was still blessed. I still had like 6, 7 other schools to choose from. And those were schools that really wanted me, you know? So, I mean, I was down for sure because I wanted to be in California. But when I kind of like opened my mind back up and I was like, maybe this is a different opportunity for me, you know? So,
So you ended up choosing Duke University. Why'd you choose Duke?
Yeah. At the time, I wanted to be a doctor. So I was like, I'm going to go to Duke. I'm going to play football, play good football, play football at a high level, the ACC, you know what I'm saying? We're playing Florida States, North Carolinas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no low conference, you know? You're going to be playing good football and good education as well. My parents fell in love with the staff, and they really felt like that's somewhere where they would take care of me. And also, they showed me a dream. Like, you're coming in, you know what I'm saying? We like the way you play. We like your style. You're going to come in. You're going to play as a freshman. And that's what anybody wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's what anybody wants to hear, that you're going to come in, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have a chance to compete as a freshman, because that's all I ever wanted. All I ever wanted was an opportunity to compete. Right. And if I'm given a fair shot to compete, I feel like my talent can take over, you know? But a lot of what you find when you really get into, especially college football, it's a business, man. Like, and it's what are you doing for me right now? What can you do for me right now? And what have you done for me? So, I mean, yeah, so I chose Duke just for the academics and the level of football that I'd be playing, and also the opportunity to compete and play as a freshman. So, yeah, that's why I chose Duke.
Yeah, so I'm personally a big Duke fan, bro. Like, for college basketball reasons, obviously.
Yeah.
And you were there. You got there 2014 or 2013?
2013.
Yeah, so you were there for the 2015 national championship, then, right?
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
That had to been crazy. Yeah, that team had Quinn Cook, Grayson Allen, Justice Winslow, Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
and I remember they lost in the ACC tournament too against Notre Dame, and I was like, "Damn, bro, this is not good going into the tournament." So I kind of had my doubts, and then they ended up just running through the tournament, beat Wisconsin in the national championship. Tell us the experience being a Blue Devil during that time.
Man, it was crazy. I remember like when they lost in the tournament, we were like, "Dang!" Like, you know what I'm saying? They're stacked, and that's usually like what you would see with Duke basketball, is because like they get the best talent. And like these dudes are only here for 1 year. So it kind of takes some time for them to gel. Whereas other schools, like, you know what I'm saying, they'll have their players together for longer so they can, you know, build a dynasty. Duke, it's kind of like we get the top recruits in. They're here for 1 year, and then they're all gone. So when they lost in the tournament, we we're like, dang, that's going to kill everybody's morale. Everybody's just going to start like, oh, I'm going to the draft next year. Like, whatever, I'm going to start getting ready for the draft. But nah, it was like that year when they lost, whatever Coach K did to them, like I knew some of these boys too, like they were just like, they came with a different energy.
Facts.
So we're going into the NCAA tournament, like with the chip on our shoulder. We got something to prove, because, you know, we're those guys. Yeah. So man, just watching them win all the games. I remember we would all get together, like we would in the team meeting room. We would just get together, watch all the basketball games and stuff like that. And it was crazy. And that night that they won the championship, so what they did was they opened Cameron Indoor, and like all the students could go in there and watch. So it was basically like a big watch party. Yeah, so like it was like crazy. Like people in there like throwing a party, bro. Like the cheerleaders were like some of the cheerleaders were there and everything. Like so like they created a whole atmosphere in there, man. It was crazy. And as soon as they won, bro, like everybody went out. Like we just went out like into the like courtyard, bro. And what they do is they have like these fraternity benches like in front of the fraternities, like, and they paint like the Greek letters on them. And so what they do is they move them all into the middle of the campus. And then they set it like they do a huge like bonfire, bro. And like we were just out there, bro. Like
that's how they feel.
Yeah, it was crazy. They light a huge bonfire, bro, and like we're all just singing like out there, like turn it up, bro. And everybody went out that night. It was crazy. It was crazy. But it was like a.
It sounds like the Mighty Ducks moment. Remember at the end they win the championship? And
yeah. And it was like a party for like a week there, bro. Like even like classes. I think I want to say it was on a Monday night that they won.
Question: did you go to class the next day?
No.
Hell no.
Right.
They can't. No, they canceled class, bro.
Probably it's a holiday, bro.
They canceled class. A lot of the professors would like celebrate.
Yeah.
Like
they were drunk with you guys too.
Yeah. I think it was like it was sometime during the week because I think the national championship is normally like during the week sometime. It was like a Monday or like Wednesday or something like that. But yeah, bro, that's dope.
That's dope. You got to experience that because that's the last one they've won. I mean, they've had stacked teams, but they haven't had a team like that in the past 5 years. So that's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah.
All right, switching back gears to your football career. How was your? You mentioned a little bit. How was your experience playing in the ACC? You played Boston College, Clemson.
Yeah, it was
Florida
cool,
State.
man.
That was Jameis Winston's Florida State team, right? Too.
Yeah. So that was my redshirt year, but that year we went to the ACC championship, and so we played Jameis Winston, and that was like I think they might have went on to win. Did they win the national championship that year?
I think that was 2013. Yeah, that was the year.
Bro, so these dudes are stacked, man. And so we're coming out of the Coastal Division, so we haven't seen them yet, but we're like in the Coastal Division, you know what I'm saying? We're playing good and playing good football, real good football. And so we think that every game you go in, you think that you got a chance, you know what I'm saying? Every game you prepare like you're going to beat that team, no matter if it's Florida State or no matter if it's, I don't even remember. I think Wake Forest was the team that everybody beat up at the time, but like you're preparing for that game. And so like, I remember leading up into that game, like there's a lot of media around and stuff like that. Cause this is like the biggest football game that Duke has played ever, like in program history, you know what I'm saying? Cause Coach Cut, when he got there, he really just started turning it around. And so like, this is like really like when everybody's starting to see the fruits of their labor. The year before I got there was like the first year they went to a bowl game ever. And so now we're building up and we're going into, the ACC championship. And it was just like, it was surreal, bro. And you could just tell like the guys that have been there, pretty much everybody in my class that came in redshirted, but we could all tell that like the dudes who have been there, who have been grinding, like Jamison Crowders and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, shoot, we're here now, bro. Like all the work we put in, because when they were recruiting them, like who goes to Duke and plays football? You know what I'm saying? Like, and people are looking at them like they're dumb. Like, what are you doing? Like you're going to Duke for your career to die. But now it's like they're in the ACC championship, and like, all the hard work is like starting to pay off. And then, so that was an okay game. Like we were doing good up into halftime, but then these dudes just, you know what I'm saying? They're different. You're talking about like multiple first round picks and stuff like that. So like, they're just different. Yeah. They're different. I forget what the running back's name was. Who's the running back who used to like in warmups? He used to have his jersey like up. Man, what's his name?
Joseph?
He used to like tuck his,
Joseph?
I forget what his name was. He like wore number 32 or something. He didn't really play that much.
Oh, yeah. He was nice. Yeah, he had like skinny little bands.
Yeah. But yeah, so so that game was cool. We ended up getting worked at the end, but you know, it was a good game leading up to that. But then after that, that was when we played Johnny Manziel and them in the Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On New Year's.
That's the game that came back?
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Damn, you're throwing his face like that?
But no, I was just remembering because, dude, they were getting their ass whooped up.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You guys were giving it to them.
I'm telling you, like, that man was different. He was a college football superstar. It didn't really work in the NFL, but that man was different, bro. Like, watching him, like, scramble around the field and just, like, he literally decided, like, I'm about to take this game back over. And they had they were stacked that year, man. Like,
Evans.
Man, yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
so get into that. Was that, like, talk about your biggest game you played at Duke and probably your best performance too. Talk about that too.
Okay, so the biggest game that I played in at Duke was when we went to Notre Dame, my last year there. Mm-hmm. That was crazy because, you know, you just have so much history behind Notre Dame and everything. So, you know, going and playing at South Bend is like, it's like a dream, you know. It's like that.
Football royalty, huh?
It's college football royalty, touchdown Jesus in the background and everything. So it's just, yeah, bro, it's crazy. And, like, they had just remodeled the stadium, so, like, it seats more people now. And they sell out, like, almost every game. So, like, we pull up, and it's crazy. Like, we pull up in the buses, like, so how they have it is, like, everybody's, like, tailgating out, like, like just out in the courtyard. Like, so we come in, the buses pull in, and then they, like, basically, like, just, like put their arms out and, like, you know, like the security so the buses can drive through, bro. And we're driving through and people are just, like, talking trash to us and stuff like that. And that mess is, like, dope. Like that, you know what I'm saying? That's like college football. You got your headsets on, you know what I'm saying? And you're just looking out, seeing all the people yelling at the bus and stuff like that. But you're not hearing it, but you see it and you're like, all right, let's go. And so you get off the bus and then, like, you walk underneath the stadium and it's just like, you're thinking, like, dang, bro, you know how many big games have been here? How many dope, like,
the Reggie Bush, right?
Oh, I'm saying, like,
Rudy, right? Notre Dame.
Yeah. And you just walk out. We walk out on the field, and, like, the band is out there, like, warming up and stuff like that. And it's just like, man, this is college football, bro. Like, you're looking up, like, hey, like, I've seen this place on TV so many times. Yeah. But anyways, that game was a cool game. Like, we got down early. And I think we were down, like, maybe, like, 14-0 or something like that, like, super early. And then we just, like, rallied. Like, we were like, man, like, there's a national team. They play it every game on, like, NBC. Mm-hmm. Like, man, like, we didn't come out here to go out like this, bro. And so, like, we just rallied together. And then we came back and we ended up winning by, I don't remember how much we won by, but we ended up winning. It was just, like, crazy, like, shutting the crowd down over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just hearing them get quiet and, like taking it. That was cool. And then the biggest game that I played in, like, my best performance was Georgia Tech. I think that same year, like, we went out to Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech is, like, low-key like a rival to do. Like, every game we would play with Georgia Tech is, like, you know, like, super, you know, it's going to get nasty because they ran the triple option. And so they're like, the whole message of that game is physicality, because they're giving it to our defense. You know what I'm saying? They're cutting our guys every play and everything. So, like, we were trying to give it to them too on the offensive end. And at that point, it was just me and Sean Wilson, our other back. So we're just sharing carries. You know what I'm saying? Every series we're rotating. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? We're eating, we're grinding. And I think we ended up losing that game. But, like, that was, like, the first game that, like, really, like, I feel like they, like, trusted me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, all right, like, Joe.
What that's looking like?
I want to say I finished with, like 90 something, and on maybe, like, 10, 11 carries, something like that.
That's not bad.
I don't really remember. I kind of put Duke on the back burner, but. Yeah, but, like, that was like really, like, the first game that I feel like they like you know, trusted me, and they're giving me the rock, and I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I could get my groove, and I felt like I was doing the things that I'm supposed to do. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing, to kind of back it up. I've seen Joe play. Joe's those kind of backs. You gotta, you know, he's gonna hit 2, 3, keep on pounding, but he's gonna rip one. Eventually he's gonna rip one. So you gotta keep on. I think that's what sucks about college football. Coaches they want the big play now, and you gotta let that get going.
Yeah.
But hey, you played with Daniel Jones. Is there any funny stories? So personally, we both know Kev. He kind of reminds me of Kev, like a quiet, outgoing guy. But I'm assuming he has a sense of humor. Any funny stories of Daniel Jones?
This guy, so Daniel Jones, first of all, that's the most humble guy that I've ever met. We talk about me being humble, but this guy is the same guy who got drafted in the first round is the same guy who walked into the locker room when I first met him with no scholarship. He came there, he didn't have a scholarship, and he earned his scholarship. So, that's a super humble guy, but he has a dope sense of humor. He's, how it is in the locker room, what I'm saying? When you're in the locker room and everybody just jokes around with each other. We used to have these things called cue boards. And so our locker room was the way it was shaped was there was U shapes and those were cubes. So number 20, 20 through whatever come around 33, it's in a U shape. Mm-hmm. So after practice, we would come in, bro. And our coaches used to hate this, but we would come in and then we would just start taking off our tape and throwing it across the locker room and just trying to get throwing Gatorade bottles, just trying to get people riled up and stuff like that. And then we would be all right, we're gonna go take over this cube. It was funny, we were bro, we were stupid, bro. So we were go to the next cube and then just fighting people, putting people in headlocks and stuff like that, wrestling and stuff. And Daniel was always, he was always trying to mix of things. He never thought oh, he's above anything, So he was always messing with us and everything. But I can't think of any stories in particular, but he was just a super, super cool dude, joke around on the bus and everything, super down to earth. But when it comes to business, it's business. And you would never see that when he's especially now, when he's in the media more and stuff like that, he's very, very polished and very straight about his business. But I'm sure the guys who know him in the locker room will tell you that's somebody that you could talk to, super down to earth, super funny. And that's my guy, I text him all the time. So yeah, that's my dog.
That's dope.
Dope, bro. Now let's talk about the UNC and Duke rivalry. That's just different for sure, dude. I know you mentioned the Georgia Tech rivalry, but that UNC Duke it goes back. How was that experience?
I mean, in North Carolina, when you're in North Carolina, there's literally two teams that you pick from. I mean, it's Duke or it's UNC, especially where we're at. And they literally call it Tobacco Road. It takes 20 minutes to drive from Duke to UNC. You know what I'm saying? It's literally down the road. And so, I mean, just leading up into that week, UNC week, the bells on the line and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just the city just going. So the biggest game that we played UNC was, I think it was a Thursday night. I want to say it was a Thursday night on ESPN. And this whole stadium, every seat in the house packed out. And I'm telling you, even if Duke is better that year, we're having a better season and UNC is trash or vice versa, we're going to play that game. Right. And even if nothing's at stake, nobody's going to a bowl game, anything. UNC meets Duke, bro, we're grinding, bro. Yeah. Every series means something. And those games were crazy, man. They always went down to the wire. It would always be. I mean, I think one year we went to Chapel Hill and they got us pretty good. But every other year that I was there and I played in that rivalry, it was crazy. And even there was one year I remember, it was funny. After the game, they won the bell back and they took it into our visitor locker room. And so basically what it was at the time is whoever wins the bell. So it was painted in our blue, a darker blue, but they get spray paint cans. And so after the game, they go up to the bell and spray it in their color blue, their baby powder blue. But they took it into our locker room and then they started tagging, bro. They tagged in our locker room, started tagging on lockers, bro. Just being super disrespectful. Cause I mean, it was never really disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's you win and you talk trash and everything, but it was never we're not going over there and messing with their stuff. But anyways, when they did that, that like flipped a switch. And our head coach came into the next meeting, bro. He had like pictures on the PowerPoint of what they did to our locker room and stuff like that. And I remember the next year, bro, we whooped them, bro. Whooped them. But they took away that little tradition. So yeah, we had to stand up for our, you know what I'm saying, stand up for our place. But they took away the tradition that you spray painted, and now they painted in the paint factory. Like whoever wins, they painted that color. But
just because of that situation.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, moving on. Transferring to Sac State. How did that happen?
So my career, like at Duke, didn't really go the way that I wanted to. It didn't really go the way I expected. And so I told them the year prior to my last year at Duke that I wanted to transfer. And I was like, you know, I just need an opportunity. Like I told you guys, like all I want to do is go somewhere where I could compete and get on the field. And if I'm getting on the field and I'm not good enough, cool, whatever. I'll move on. But they told me, they were like, nah, don't transfer. Like, we need you this coming up year. Like, we're graduating backs and stuff like that. So I stayed another year, same thing, you know what I'm saying? Same back rotation, no carries for the backs, whatever. I'm gone. So I opened up my recruitment. Basically, how it works is you go to the sports information people and just tell them, like, you know, that you're transferring. And then you give them a list of schools, and then they'll just send out like an intent to transfer. And if their athletic department wants to contact you back, if they're interested, they'll contact you back. So I sent that out to mostly D1 schools like Fresno State, New Mexico. I was trying to go Mountain West, you know what I'm saying? Just San Diego State, Boise. But then I sent a few to FCS schools. I sent one to Sac State, and I sent one to Portland State. And then literally, like, I'm telling you, like, they maybe sent that out on like a Wednesday. Thursday morning, Coach Kelly follows me on you remember Coach Kelly? Yeah, Coach Kelly follows me on Twitter. I'm like, okay, like stuff's starting to pick up. And I'm hearing from other coaches too, like New Mexico. Coach Baumgartner from New Mexico is hitting me up and everything. But Coach Kelly hits me up. He's like, hey, man, like, we just graduated our back. Like, our running back room is super young. Like, I really want to connect you with Coach Mont. Like, I think you really get along with him. Yeah. And so later that day, Coach Shears reached out to me. The head coach is reaching out to you already. Like, Coach Shears, super genuine dude, reaches out to me. Then I talked to Coach Wolf. At the time, they didn't have an offensive coordinator. Like, I think they were still looking for an offensive coordinator. But Coach Wolf was kind of like, you know, he was going to be like that acting offensive coordinator type. And so he just told me what they see me doing. What really sold me though is when I talked to Coach Mont. Because, you know, Coach Mont, bro, like, that's like just a real cool guy. Like,
background about Coach Mont, he played at Cal, then transferred to Washington State.
Yeah.
I tell you how he feels, and he's going to put you to work too, right?
For sure. And I mean, that's somebody you want to play for, like somebody who's played the position before and somebody who knows how it is. And so I just talked to him, and the dude is super down to earth, super cool. And he's just like, man, you know what I'm saying? We'll take care of you here. He's like, you want to get out from here? You know what I'm saying? We'll do what it takes. You know what I'm saying? I want to grind with you. Basically, that's what he told me. And I'm like, all right, sold. I'm sold. So I came out, did my visit and everything. I love Sacramento. It's closer to home than being on the East Coast. So yeah, man, I was sold, man.
So Bella took care of you, right? Made sure your clothes were washed, your sock, everything was good.
We were teammates.
Oh, teammates.
Nah, for sure. We were teammates for sure. But for real, he was a man. He got the job done. Like, whatever we needed, you know what I'm saying, he was taking care of us, you know, because like real talk, he's like, you know what I'm saying, he's like another teammate, you know, and that's what you see too, like around like college football, like how many people it takes to get the job done, like.
Yo, that's the crazy part, bro. Like,
yeah,
everybody thinks what happens in the white lines, but bro, just to prepare, the preparation, just to set up the field and all the things, uniforms and stuff, and then post game we got to clean up and just another thing. But yeah, I'm his teammate. And you remember that one time we went to the party and then I had to lie that I was a teammate to get at the party.
What'd you play?
Quarterback.
I'm a redshirt quarterback.
Yeah, redshirt quarterback. I'm the signal guy.
Nah, yeah, it was dope though. It was dope. So I knew Beto was a real one for sure.
So it was you and Quincy, like the 1-2 punch, or what? What was it?
No, we had so Quincy. They actually moved him to defense.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They went on defense because of Joe.
This guy came through.
They did my guy dirty.
Nah, but the thing was though, like Q, I thought Q was like legit. And I didn't understand why. Like, I guess they needed him a little bit more on defense. Whatever, whatever goes on.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of politics. You don't try to understand what's going on in their meeting rooms, bro. Like, cause Q was good. I was like, yeah, that man runs the rock hard. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they had too many backs, and they thought that it would be better he'd be better used on defense. But that's why he ultimately ended up transferring, because he's a running back. He's a running back at heart. But yeah, so it was me, and then we had a freshman, Elijah Dodson. That guy's the truth.
Yeah,
telling you.
Is he still
that
there?
guy is.
Yeah, this is gonna be a senior.
Yeah, he's gonna be a senior year. But I'm telling you, I've been around a lot of backs. I've been a lot of high level players. That guy's the truth, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he has a little bit of a track background, and like, you could tell, bro. Like, he's gonna make a lot of coaches happy at the next level. I feel like just the little things he could do. You know what I'm saying? You could put him out as receiver, or he could even run between the tackles. He's not afraid to run between the tackles. That guy's the truth. But then we had BJ Perkinson, who was also a running back, solid dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a receiver by training, but then they put him in the background. He's good as well. And then Ajeigbe, little guy, but that man brings. He plays. If somebody plays with a chip on his shoulder, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. But anyways, so I get back into a situation where it's like, okay, I'm the top dog, but like, there's like a lot of guys who could run the ball in this room, and there's a lot of different things we can do. And I feel like that's kind of what we got into at Sac State. It was just like too many options, too many weapons, and they didn't really know how to effectively use every weapon that they had.
That's true.
Because we have so much talent on the offense. We had Andre Lindsay, the receiver, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big target outside. We got who else? What other receivers did we have that year? Isaiah Henny.
Zay, nasty. J.
You know what I'm saying? Henny. Yeah. Yeah, J-Rat, he was balling that year too. Kevin, our quarterback, he could run too. So, I mean, it was just like –
background. That was your roommate. He's at Washington now. He transferred back home to Washington. So, they had some real dudes, man. Sac State was really doing it.
Yeah, man. And so, like, and this is like Sac State's coming up. Like, Coach Shears was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, licking his chop. Like, dang, bro. Like, we went from, like, losing to having all these transfers. Like, because Kevin came from UNLV. I came from Duke. And then, like, Doc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But recruited Beto from Porterville.
Yeah. And, they got at me to be a slot receiver, but it was in my spam folder. I'm fucking heated, bro.
Man,
I didn't get it.
I hate that. I hate how that be clear.
He sent it to his AOL.
His instant messenger.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a good time.
Yeah.
But now you got into law school, man. How did that happen, bro?
Could you imagine being a lawyer when you met him? Did you see it, kind of?
Yes, kind of. But at the same time, it was like, I know he was pursuing the league, but man, you knew this guy was gonna do something. Do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Man, my older brother is a lawyer, and I've always saw law as something that I could do. I've always kind of been interested in it, whether it be like politics or whatever's going on in politics. I've always been super interested, and I've always been a very opinionated person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm pretty good with my words, and like that's basically what law is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a case, and you gotta research it, and then you got to be good with your oral skills. And I felt like I was always like somebody who could do that. And it was always a passion of mine. So I was like, shoot, I'm young right now. I left Sac State with a master's degree at 23. And I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? What's next? So, so I gave law school a try, and it's a grind, but yeah, I think this is what I want to do.
You were used to the physical grind, now it's the mental grind, right?
Hell yeah. And I'm still, I'm still in the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm still in there getting the work done, but yeah, it's definitely a mental grind, but I like it, you know what I'm saying? It challenges me. It's a different challenge. And I could use this to help people, but I could also like build a good life, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be in the league to play football, but I also want to be in the league to make the league money. So I feel like lawyers, you know what I'm saying, you can you make a pretty good life for yourself and
Hell yeah.
help people at the same time. So yeah, I think it'll be a good little future we got planned. But,
what type of law are you specializing in, or do you want to specialize in?
So I'm thinking like civil litigation, you know, like personal injury stuff, like car accidents and or like products liability, like you buy something and it messes you up, like the microwave explodes or something like that, you know, so stuff like that, like because there's always stuff happening. Those are steady cases. There's always going to be car accidents. People are always going to slip and fall in grocery stores, and a lot of the time, like insurance companies really try to screw people over. They really try to mess. I don't know if anybody listening to ever been into a car accident and stuff like that. They try to offer you, like, as soon as you get in the car accident, they try, we'll give you like $500. What's $500 going to do? You know what I'm saying? That's not even going to pay for your first doctor's appointment. Yeah. But like a lot of people like don't really know their rights. And a lot of people are like so strapped for cash that as soon as the insurance company waves a little bit of money in their face, they're going to take it. And then they're going to realize like, dang, this didn't really cover anything. But, you know, personal injury lawyers, they really like stand in between you and the insurance company. They're like, look, you're not going to mess with my guy. Like, this case is worth $20,000. You can't just give him $500. So I think that's what I want to do, civil litigation. But I'm open to exploring different types of law. You know, still got a little bit of time.
Yeah. Hey, switching gears. Hey, you ever watch All American?
Of course.
Good, right?
Yes.
My guy right here, Joe, is an All American. How did that happen, bro?
You're on All American?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you really want to see me, it's season 1, episode 3. That's like you can see me a lot. I'm back.
I'm a minute too.
Huh?
Season
the minute?
1, episode 3.
Nah, I don't know the minute. It's like around like 17.
1734.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. But so anyways, so All American. So people kept hitting me up like, hey man, like you should do this. Like there's this like little company that like it's called Game Changing Films. They like cast a lot of like athletes, former athletes and stuff like that. And even people are still playing. But I was so focused like around training for the draft and stuff like that. Like I'm like, nah, like I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So after the combine came and like pro day and all that stuff, and like nothing really came out of it. Talked to a few people, a few workouts, whatever. Nothing really came out of it. I'm kind of in this trying to figure out what's next. And they're like, in the meantime, you want a job, make good money, try out for this. So I went to a little casting call before All American started. And they were like, man, we really like you. You could play. A lot of the people who were out there at the casting call were just like actors who like maybe worked with the trainer and like learned how to do like ladders and cones and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's up with that real quick, bro? Spencer James, you couldn't help him with his route?
Oh, bro, terrible route running.
Come on, Joe.
Man,
it's time to break down those hips.
The thing is, bro,
I don't know who's worse, him or Drake.
Man, hey, the Drake, man, what was he doing, bro? He's just out there having fun though. Drake out here living life. But that's what I'm saying. Like they really recruit these dudes like actors first, and then try to teach them football. Whereas I think they could find a lot of like football players who actually know how to ball can act too, you know?
Right.
So anyways, yeah, so they were like, yeah, go to the casting call. And so I went out there and like I'm balling, but like it's nothing major because like these are all actors. Like I'm the only one out there at this casting call who's been a D1 football player, and it shows. So they hit me back and they're like, hey man, so like that was on Thursday. They hit me back on Friday. They were like, hey, next Tuesday we're starting to shoot this show called All American. It's gonna be on CBS or whatever, CW. And they're like, are you interested? And they basically like gave me a little pitch about what it's about. And they were like, we'd want you to be like a Crenshaw football player, and you're gonna be like one of Spencer's friends. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I got nothing going on right now. So I went down, and they liked me. You know, they liked, I guess, the look or whatever. I guess I look like a thug. But
so were you playing with Compton or Beverly Hills?
I was with Crenshaw.
Crenshaw.
South Crenshaw. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was cool experience, like seeing all that TV stuff. And I was actually in Ballers, like the new season of Ballers too.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was just like, I want to say season 4, episode 1 or 2, something like that. But it's all background work, you know. Like I I haven't really like done the real acting thing, like where I got lines or anything. And I didn't really want like pursue this like too much. I was like, I'm gonna go to law school. Like, don't get stuck into the film business, because a lot of people do it for a long time before they get a role. You know what I'm saying? It's not like very lucrative until you get that role, until you get like a lead or something like that. So, and everybody wants to do it. Everybody moves to Hollywood to pursue acting. So I was just like, don't get caught up in that when I had something that I really wanted to do, just because I'm making a little bit of fast money right now. Yeah. It's for the longer play,
I'd still throw that on the resume though.
Oh, for sure. It's on the resume, Yeah. And they called us stunt actors too, because we did a lot of football stuff. So basically I'm a Hollywood stunt man. Tom Cruise than me.
Who's next? Who do you want to work with next? Kevin Hart, Denzel?
Man, I've been trying to slide in, a few actresses DMs like, hey, you need a stunt double, you know what I'm saying?
Stunt over here.
Yeah.
No, I always wonder, those guys in the background and stuff, do they get paid pretty good? Like, did you get a good little check from that?
Yeah, it was a good check, bro. And the way it works is like, so they pay you when you're doing background. So there's some guys who are union, the SAG union, the actors union, but then they pay everybody good. They pay the SAG guys a little bit better, but how it works is like, they pay you by the hour. So it was really like, I want to say like 40 something an hour.
Oh, shit.
And then after 8 hours, they pay you time and a half.
OT, okay.
And then after 12 hours, they pay you double pay. And so a typical day on set, like when we were shooting something, would be like, maybe like, it was long. It'd be like 16 hours, 17 hours. It's like almost the whole day, bro. It's a lot of sitting around and stuff like that. But like when you do a take, like to shoot like the barbecue scene, like if you go back and watch season 1, episode 3, like the barbecue scene where I was at, like literally we were there from, I want to say like 7 a.m. till maybe like when it started getting dark, like 6 p.m. Yeah. Just take after take after take after take, like, because they want everything perfect. And then when they get it perfect from this angle, like say the camera's facing you guys and like trying to get the dialogue that you guys, like me, like we're having a conversation. But so first they're going to have the camera over my shoulder recording you guys. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to do like maybe 30 takes of that. And then they're going to flip all the cameras around. And then they're going to shoot over your shoulder and get my dialogue.
Scene, everything.
Exactly. Just so, so the cameras aren't in all the shots, And so they got to get all the different shots, bro. And like they move closer and closer, like get different like angles on you. So it's just like, it really showed you like, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Everything is a grind, bro. Like you're never getting away from the grind. Like no matter what you try to do, like whatever you're trying to do in this world, bro, everything is a grind. And that even showed me like this acting thing. Like people are, oh, I just want to go be an actor. Nah, that's a grind, bro. That mess is taxing. It's long. 16-hour days, you're back the next day. Like it's crazy.
Man, even doing the podcast is a fucking grind, bro. Like people don't really realize, man, the editing, the marketing,
for sure.
All the behind the scenes stuff, bro. Man,
for sure.
We even like have our times like, bro, man, this shit's stressful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I gotta see you again. Like,
yeah, bro. Phone calls and everything. God damn, I need a little break, Beto.
Yeah, I feel that building it up especially from the ground up, bro. And like you got to separate yourself from like every other podcast that's out there. But it's all right. I feel you guys. You guys are about to take over the Rogan experience.
Yes, sir.
That's how you feel, Joe?
No, you guys are about to take it over.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Good looks, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, switching gears again. Music. What's on your playlist? What you got going on? Who you fucking with right now?
I'm an old school cat. You know what I'm saying? Like I love listening. No, not that old school. Nah, I'm talking about like NWA, Dr. Dre, like West Coast. I love like the old school West Coast hip hop. But like recently, like people have started to get me into like, you know what I'm saying, like the newer like, Lil Baby and everything, you know what I'm saying? But like I still can't mess with no Blueface. Like I don't know. Like that's not rap to me.
Don't tell Gabriel.
Exactly, bro. Like that's not rap to me, bro. Like these dudes get a sick beat and they just start saying all types of nonsense over it, bro. Like
let them know how you feel, Joe. Let them know, Joe.
Bro, it's trash. It's not rap. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm not trying to be like no old head. Like like you gotta listen to NWA and Ice Cube. Otherwise, you're not listening to rap. Now, there's some dudes who are doing it. Pop Smoke would have been, you know what I'm saying? He would have had a good career, you know what I'm saying? And like, there's a lot of dudes right now who are doing it. You know what I'm saying? Drake is still up there, always on the playlist. But yeah, man, like I can't mess with a lot of that mumble rap. I can't really do that.
That's what Willie and I go back and forth because he's huge on music. He's the guy, every Thursday new music comes out, he pushes out, listen to it.
Yeah.
He's always trying to put me on. But I'm like, bro, some of these rappers, that ain't it, bro. You and I can do that.
Yeah, sometimes about the vibe though. A lot of times.
No, for real.
Get that, but
none of them are the best. None of them the best rappers, but they even have hard beats. You know, the good melody. But me, no.
Sometimes when you're trying to
go ahead.
I said sometimes, like just like you said, like the vibe. Like sometimes you're trying to turn up. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's kind of riding, you know what I'm saying? You hear that stuff going on. And it's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is this? And they're like, oh, shoot. I could have listened to this if I wasn't sipping a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
No, I mean, but there's still those new artists that I don't really fuck with, like this, like fucking Smoke Perp or him, fucking Lil Pump, like you said, Blueface. I can't ride with those guys, bro. Not at all.
How y'all feel about 6ix9ine?
I feel like honestly, his music wise, it's to me, but I love his personality, bro. I love how he trolls and fucking. Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff he's been doing lately with the Nipsey shit, disrespectful. You know what I mean? He goes overboard, but
yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people in his position would have been chirping too, bro. Would have fucking did the same thing. Ain't nobody gonna try to sit in a prison cell for the rest of their life when they, fuck their girl.
Yeah.
Try to kill him, did all this shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He's cool to me. He's cool to me.
Don't ever pretend something you're not. You know what I mean? I grew up in a little bad side of the Porterville, but I ain't no gangster. I ain't being out here. You know what I mean? That's not me. You know what I mean? So
I feel like he's doing the most, bro. And I don't know, like maybe everybody who's like really like affiliated and stuff like that, they know that he's just like a little kid being stupid,
joke, basically.
But I'm like, bro, like this dude is, bro, he's scaring me, bro. I'm like, I want to hit him up and be like,
he gets you nervous, son. Like, damn, bro, why are you playing like that? You're gonna get yourself fucking in a mess.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because like people really out here dying, bro. Like, they're really out here like killing people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It's crazy. But I think everybody knows like it's just an act, bro. And like I feel like he might actually like be in with people who are like, oh, that's just a stupid little brother.
If you see the behind the scenes, he has fucking 7 security guards around him. So, I mean,
crazy.
7. He has a whole football team.
Crazy. It looked like a Secret Service out there, bro. Dude's wearing body armor and stuff.
Though, Joe. Back to you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so I follow you on Instagram, my guy. Smokey Joe Barbecue. Talk to us about that.
I just saw that. I
showed him the videos. He said, "Hey, what do you do? Parties? You do quinceañeras? What's good?"
You're going crazy, bro.
Hey, I might have to start, I might have to make it a little business. But yeah, I've always been into cooking, you know what I'm saying? That's like always been like a little release for me, you know what I'm saying? I want good food. I love good food. Like I love going to like little restaurants, little hole in the walls and everything. But also I like doing it myself, bro. Even when I was in Sac, I had a little smoker, like the cylinder one. Bro, I'd make everything. Me and Ben Sorensen, I don't know if you guys had him on here yet, but me and Ben would just be back there like making tri-tip, making ribs and everything. And like, I love cooking, bro. Like that's my specialty. Thing. True. I make this Hawaiian chicken sandwich, and that mess is crazy. So like I marinate the chicken for like 24 hours, bro, in teriyaki sauce and the little stuff that I can't tell y'all on here because people are gonna listen.
Yeah.
And then I grill it, and then I do grilled pineapple. I brush a pineapple with a little brown sugar, bro. Bring out the sweetness, and then I do a little Swiss cheese on the chicken.
I make Riverside real quick.
One time,
and then I make this teriyaki mayo sauce. Not too much teriyaki because there's a lot of teriyaki already, but it's like real mayo based. And I put that on the bun. I grill the buns, and then sometimes I put bacon on it. Sometimes I don't, but man, that's everybody loves that sandwich.
Fire.
All right.
Yes.
You have New Balances on when you're cooking?
Nah. I got those. Nah, I got those sandals. You know what I'm saying? The cookout sandals.
That's it. It's either or. You
got the custom apron too, or no?
Not yet.
Yeah. If we have like a little that's how you feel barbecue or something, we're hitting you up, bro.
We'll try to get
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I love being on the grill. This last weekend, I was at my boy's bachelor party. Everybody's like, "Hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Chill, like, you know, chill, drink, whatever." I'm like, "Nah, bro, like, I'm on the grill, you know what I'm saying? I'm cooking. Like, that's me. Like, I want the food to be right, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody else makes it and don't taste as good, then I'm kind of like, dang, I should have cooked, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, I love being on the grill. Love being on the grill.
All right, moving on, man. So on That's How You Feel podcast, we have what's called What's Happening questions, right? It's either this
Yeah.
one or that one. Very simple.
Yeah,
Ready?
yeah.
All right. Duke or Sac State?
Sac State.
Ooh, okay. Rather hit stick someone or rather break someone's ankles?
Break the ankles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Liquor or beer?
liquor.
You rather bench press or squat for the rest of your life?
Bench press.
Yeah, big check.
Man, he's got me thinking, man. He's got me thinking. These are
Hey,
good.
bro, I put it that work, big dog. Hey, vacation. Bahamas or Paris?
Bahamas.
Okay. Netflix show. All American or Last Chance You?
Last chance you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Beat UNC by 40 or have a 3-touchdown game?
Oh man. 3-touchdown game. But I'd also like to beat them by 40.
Right. Drake or J. Cole?
Oh. Man.
I'm telling you, that's
Got
how
him,
you
coach.
feel.
Got him, coach.
J. Cole's my guy. J. Cole.
Cool.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike. Easy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a backstory. He used to wear his Duke Nikes in, Sac State's an Adidas school. So
Yeah.
he used to tape the whole Nike. Do you remember that? Hey, let me get some tape. Let me tape this up.
It's because I got surgery on my foot though, because I couldn't fit in those narrow Adidas.
Yeah.
And the Adidas were too narrow, so I had to wear Nike, and then we just spat the whole cleat.
All right, last one. Rather get punched by Mike Tyson or put a Tar Heel jersey on?
Mike Tyson don't have to see me.
That's how you feel?
You ain't
Yeah.
seen him in the powder blue. Hell no, huh?
Man, nah.
All
That's
right,
crazy.
All right, Joseph. Thanks for joining the show, bro. We really, really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Now, when Beto's old lady hits him up to get a prenup signed, we'll hit you up, bro. Make sure he's all good.
Here we go.
Hey, yep. You about to pop the question, huh?
Chill out.
Nah, he ain't there.
Yes, sir. It's out here now. You can't edit this out either, bro.
Damn, bro, I got him caught up.
Yeah.
My fault. No, but once again, man, thank you so much. Where can
Yeah.
people follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at thatdudejoe, 3 E's and an underscore. And I'm not really on Twitter, so just follow me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk.
No, we'll shout you out for sure. We'll tag you. So make sure you guys follow him. Show some love to
Cool.
Joe. Once again, thank you, bro.
And then we'll have you on the show again later on, man.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, let's do it.
the student being law school, and
Yeah,
like I said, we want to trademark for That's How I Feel too.
yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm always available, bro. You hit my line, I'm there, bro.
Always a real one.
Facts.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Good looks, bro.
Yep.
Now be sure
Yep.
to subscribe to our
Alright, man.
YouTube channel. Leave a like, comment, all that. And also, you can follow us on Instagram at That's How You Feel for all the fire content. Believe us. It's including up-to-date news and sports and music, hilarious videos, see upcoming guests on the show, and much, much more. Hey, yo, Don B, did we hit him with another one or what?
Oh, here with another one, bro.
Yes, sir.